For today's video, my audience is every woman who has loved deeply, but their depth was not reciprocated. The other person does not value that depth, that love that you give them. They take it for granted. Today, I was watching this series. It's a K drama. Its name is Beyond the Bar, episode 6. And the line that hooked me was, "You had diminished capacity caused by love. You were taken advantage of by the person you loved." Love, when hormones are released into your body, oxytocin. When you hug someone, oxytocin is released. There are other ways also in which this hormone is released, but let's not focus on the hormone. The fact is, at that point of time, your hormones are working and your rationality, your logic, everything goes sideways. So, in this video, I'm going to tell you how to create a safe space for you. Why you need to create a safe space for you. A safe space means that you don't need to rely on anybody else outside of you for love, for support, for wisdom. Everything is within you. All that love that you seek outside, it is within you. You just are not giving it to yourself. We watched in movies, all the Disney movies, princess movies. There will always be a prince, and that means that the princess is looking for a prince. Princess is looking for love outside of herself. Does that mean that I am not capable enough or I am not complete enough? Do I really need to look for it outside? So, why you need to create that safe space so that you can have it all within you, all that wisdom that you are seeking through videos, through books. Some wisdom will come, but always know that all of this wisdom is already within you. You are just not in alignment with yourself because you were made to disconnect with your intuition. You were taught to not trust your intuition. And I have shared another video in which I tell that what is the difference between intuition and anxiety. Some of the times it is anxiety because you are very fearful, you want to take action. That's when you know this is not intuition. Intuition is when you there is a calm knowing this is true for me and I just know it. I don't need any proof. I don't need to prove even you. Creating that safe space requires you to trust yourself, trust your intuition, and be aware of what kind of people are around you. I'm a very positive person. I trust God that everything that happens, I will always be protected. But that does not mean that I should not be aware. Awareness is when I know this is the behavior that is manipulative. This is the behavior where the other person is making me feel small. This is the behavior where that person is not recognizing or accepting my feelings. But it is not their responsibility to do it, it is mine. If I already know that they are wrong, this is how I feel, and no matter what you say, it is not going to make me think that, oh, I am too much, oh, I feel too much. So, in order to be aware, this is what I want you to understand what attachment is. When you like someone, it can be a friend or a guy, anybody. What happens when you start liking someone? You develop an attachment. Men develop it too, and it is normal to have attachment. When I said in my other video about detachment, it was not that cut off people. Detachment is not about cutting off people. Detachment is when I am open to love, but my love is not attached to a specific person. So my energy is not focused on one specific person. So, coming back to attachment, this is what I asked myself. Why do women choose to stay in connections even when they are directly asked to leave? This is disrespect. Everybody can get attached, it is very normal. But when does it become a problem? Attachment without awareness or self respect. When you are attached, but you are very aware and respect yourself a lot, maintain your boundaries, that's when you care, but you don't lose yourself. You love, but you also leave if required. When does attachment become unhealthy? When you stay where you are not chosen. When you ignore your needs and your peace depends on the other person. So losing yourself in attachment is bad. I also watched a video and a guy was saying that men don't change as easily as women do. So you might keep hoping that he will change, or you are always focused on that us, that potential. But the truth is, now everybody is flawed. So what I need you to focus on is if you can live with those flaws for the rest of your life. You don't want that person to change. It is okay. You can live with those flaws. But if there are flaws that you cannot accept, this connection is not for you. I talked with a relative. I asked her, why did you choose him? What were your non negotiables? So she told me hers. These basics should always be there. Never compromise on them. Number one is accountability. That person is very much aware of his actions, takes responsibility for his actions, and tries, puts in efforts to deal with them. Not somebody who is ignorant, who is always putting all the blame onto you that you are the one who is wrong. You have too many emotions, uh, or whatever. This is your fault. You said that, that is why I reacted that way. Everything, if that blame is coming onto you and you are feeling, is it my fault? No, it is not yours. It's not your fault. And it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to think that you don't know that much. That is why it is important. Before you come into a relation or get married, you must become aware of your own patterns and of the behaviors that you don't want to attract. And for that, you need to make some changes in yourself too. Not that you are too emotional, but that you can rely on yourself to handle those emotions. Emotional regulation. If that person does not talk to you for months, you can rely on your own love, your own support, because you did not lose yourself for that other person. Losing yourself would look like you left all of your routine, you changed all of your routine for that person. You made decisions to make that other person happy, not what made you happy. That's what it looks like. Other changes include you are watching videos, what is bare minimum and what is princess treatment, but you don't give yourself princess treatment or even bare minimum, or sometimes not even that. You don't put any effort into your hair, your body, your mindset. You chase. You are unaware of your own patterns, of when you become anxious, when you become avoidant. You are even unaware about what kind of a guy you really want in your life. Many women are choosing to marry late and marry intuitively as well as logically. There is complete alignment. Most women get married early and they are not even aware that, is this what I really want? And this is the age, after 24, this is the age when you become more and more aware. For the next 3 4 years, you'll become more aware. You'll recognize your patterns. You'll recognize, you want consistency, you want stability, you want peace in your relation, you want to maintain your own identity, you want your own career, whatever fulfills you. This is when you learn about yourself. This age is when you learn about yourself. But what mostly happens is you get married and you lose that chance to learn about yourself, because till 22 you were only studying, enjoying, making friends, going out with family. Now is the time that you start becoming an independent individual. When you learn that other people treat you the way you treat yourself, so you start working on yourself. Before that work, when you get into a marriage, you have so many expectations, and you didn't even realize that this person I married cannot even fulfill those expectations. Not that he has flaws, but these are the flaws that you can't live with for the rest of your life. So become more aware, become more self reliant, start filling your own cup, loving yourself, learning more about yourself. Be a safe space for yourself. How I created my own safe spaces: this is my room, this is my purpose, this is my mission, this is what fulfills me. When I guide other women, when I make their energy feel beautiful. So find your purpose first thing. Learn what truly makes you happy, all of your hobbies. Learn to not criticize yourself. Always praise yourself that, okay, I can do it. Even if I made a mistake, I can do it. Before starting this video, this is what I said to myself: I can do this. Because there is so much that I want to tell you, but a limited amount of time and space in my phone. So I wanted this time to be worth it. So you feel the intention that I have. You will know when you become a safe space for yourself, when you are completely at peace with yourself, when you are completely alone yet peaceful, when you can completely sit alone with yourself, with all of your emotions, all of your thoughts, without judging them. You can sit without needing another person for support, for love. We all do need some level of support, but the first support that we need is from ourselves. Even if another person ignores you, or says that we don't belong together, or keeps their distance, you should be the one doing all of it for yourself. That is what it means to create a safe space for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.